Joining us now is the new award-winning step team, Envy, from Tufts University. They recently came in second place in the National Step Championship, where they competed against collegiate teams from HBCUs, the Ivy League, and a men's team from Tufts University. Welcome to you all.
Thank you.
Joining me is Beverly Udebi. She's a senior captain along with all of Team Envy. So this is your first year competing in the Nationals. How does it feel to have done so well?
It feels great. I think it's just a testament to the amount of hard work that we put in and the long hours. And, you know, we really deserved that win. So I'm just so grateful to my team, to my other captains, to everyone who supported us, because we feel that we really did deserve that.
Okay, so step performance originated in Africa and has been associated with Black Greek sororities and fraternities. Tell us a little bit about that history.
Yeah, I think step really has a great history. It really predates us. And, you know, again, it starts in Africa, where they used it as tribal dances, and they used it to keep tradition. And then, you know, it went on later to be within the slave trade, where slaves used it as a form of communication and carried concealed messages.
Okay, Jada, why did you join Envy? And tell us what has been the best part of the experience for you.
For me personally, it was because I had gone to a private school for about 4 years, and but prior to that I was at a predominantly Black public school, so I wanted to have that kind of community again, where I was with people similar to the people that I grew up with.
Okay, yeah. And has it been enjoyable?
Yes, it has.
Yeah. Do you feel connected?
Yes.
Feel part of the group? That's great, that's great. Ella, this competition was put on by Upstage Entertainment Group, which is the home of the National Collegiate Performing Arts. The organization wants to elevate the performing arts to the level of attention that more traditional athletics gets. So tell us about that. And you must put in a lot of time to choreograph and rehearse all of this, which is the same as the other sports teams.
Yeah, first I would like to commend Upstage for putting in the work and putting in the time and effort that it takes to elevate performing arts to the same esteem and the same level as athletic sports. As not only as captain, but as a member of the STEP team, I also believe that STEP deserves that same level of clout or attention, because as team members, we put in a minimum of 3 hours a day, 3 days a week of practice, which ranges from like 2 to 6 hours a week. Outside of those group practices, we also have one-on-one practices where a member pairs up with a younger or a more inexperienced member to help with those technique, with more individual and personalized critiques. In addition to performances, before major performances such as the national competition or just performances in general, we also experience a Hell Week, where we practice more frequently, up to 7 days a week. In addition to those other buddy practices, in addition to practicing alone or practicing yourself, to internalize those critiques, whether they came from practice, buddy practice, or just from videos we take during the course of our preparation.
A men's team also competed this year, Blackout. In fact, they were the reigning champions and came in third place. Are you at all competitive with each other?
Oh, most certainly. We have like a really friendly rivalry. At the end of the day, it's all love, but when it comes down to performances like this or debating on which step team is the best, I'm just going to say the record speaks for itself.
Okay, all right. Now, Salam, you competed at the Apollo Theater. What was it like to compete there?
Absolutely breathtaking. I've never performed on a stage that big, even so historical, and just to step and perform as a team, Envy Ladies, that's just an amazing accomplishment to perform at the first Black theater, the first American theater that allowed Black people to perform. And I remember before we went on for our round 1 competition, we saw this like little hallway, little like stairwell with all these famous signatures, and I remember seeing artists that I regularly listen to, like her. And
it's quite a place, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite a place. It's quite a place. It must have been quite an experience. Beverly, we understand that some of the prize money came to your group. Some of it's going to be donated to a nonprofit in Harlem that must be nice to be able to give back to.
Yeah, 100%. I think one of Envy's visions and values is also community service. So in addition to practice, we regularly do community service, usually on Saturdays. So to be able to give back also feels great.
Okay, are you ready to dance?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Thank you.
Envy from Tufts University. They are fantastic. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at CityLine5. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Karen Holmes Ward. Have a great afternoon. More stepping. Do it, ladies.